Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you an experience that I had this morning that was really powerful and illuminating, and hopefully this can be something that will help you on your own journey. So this morning I woke up with an incredible amount of balled up energy, like in the center of my skull. And I don't know if you're a seasoned meditator, you might understand what I'm saying here. When we meditate, we really just try to open ourselves and relax our consciousness and let our consciousness spread, right? And this is a movement of letting go, a movement of surrender, and a movement of connecting to the innate spaciousness that we are. And as I was trying to connect to this spaciousness, it's usually always there for me and usually so accessible, I found that I couldn't expand outward, that I was stuck in this energetic ball, like my consciousness was all tied up in this ball. And this was a really interesting feeling, and it's a sensation I haven't had in quite a while. And at first it can be kind of alarming, like you can start feeling like I was losing all sense of identity and all sense of who I was for a moment, and it was just like this powerful, just this powerful compressed energy in the middle, like right here, middle of my skull, forehead. And I found that as I started going into, so instead of trying to transcend this ball of energy and go around it, I just decided to go right into it. And I started feeling into it. And in this way, when we bring our consciousness into a lot of condensed energy or stuck energy, what tends to happen is if we're allowing and we let go of the resistance and we are just surrendered to this concentrated energy, what happens is you go into it and it just starts slowly opening and the energy will start spreading, and that's what happened. And while this was happening, and this is the main point of the video I really want to get through, while this was happening, all kinds of insane, crazy thoughts started surfacing really intensely, like, oh my gosh, this energy is too much, I'm going to lose my mind, to who am I don't know who I am, and this is not good, I'm just gonna literally, like, just thoughts of insanity. And this energy was really powerful, and it was making my body go completely cold, but not in any, there was no pain and there was no negativity. The only negativity was what the mind was projecting as a result of feeling this energy start to spread. And while it was happening, I had this profound realization that to be grounded, to be sane, we must first face our inner craziness and our inner fears of going insane. And that's a big one for a lot of us on this energetic awakening path. When we feel overwhelmed with energy and our mind is having trouble surrendering and submitting to the energy, the mind can really run amok with uncontrollable thoughts that can cause us a lot of challenging, scenarios and a lot of difficulties. Early in this awakening, before I had any place from which to observe what was happening, I nearly went to a psych ward like every day for weeks. And I know a lot of us have went that path. And when this happens, it starts bringing back those memories, right? That, oh, what is happening? Like, reality is falling away from me. And this morning, that's what was happening. Is like, whoa, I could just feel like reality was shifting in a major and permanent way. And I could feel like the flavor and the intensity of the thoughts was just really not wanting to happen and really in resistance. And what finally helped me to just really let go and to drop the crazy thoughts and to not give them any interest or to give them any of my power of belief was just a beautiful, I don't know where I learned this, but it's been really arising for me that when you ask for God, when you ask for the universe or your higher self to help you become more grounded or more fearless, more courageous, more peaceful, more joyful, more loving, any of these things, it's going to, or more patience, God is going to give you exactly what you need to manifest that inner state. So for me, lately, I've been calling in a lot of, I call in a lot of light. I say, please God, flood me with your light, flood me with your divinity so that I may be of more service to you, so that I may serve you at my highest capacity. And I do this quite often. I try to do this, I try to say, please God, speak through me, act through me, or I'll talk to the Kundalini and say, live through me as me. And when we're calling in this light and we're asking it to transform us, what I've been learning to do is while asking for more light and more love and peace and joy to flood through me so that I can serve, I've also been asking for, please God, help me to stay grounded, help me to stay sane, and help me to stay just help me to stay centered through this, because it can be a lot. As you know, if you're going through an energetic transformation, it can be a lot for your mind to really process and handle. And for the human, we have to honor the human part of us, and it can be a very challenging thing at times if we have a lot of this energy and we're not grounded. And that's a lot of times at the beginning of our spiritual or Kundalini awakening. That's oftentimes the biggest challenge, is just like feeling so ungrounded. So while I'm praying, while I'm calling in more light, I'm also saying, please help me to stay sane. Please help me to stay grounded and centered. Because if we're not grounded and centered, it doesn't, we're not going to be able to serve at our highest capacity. It's so important for us to be grounded to serve here on planet Earth. That's what this energy is for. It's to come here and to help this whole planet to wake up. It's not necessarily just for you to ascend and just completely, detach from this reality. At least that's my perspective and how I experience it. So what I realized in the middle of the craziness this morning, I realized, this is God giving me what I need to be sane. And sometimes to be sane and grounded, we have to see our craziness. We have to see our insanity that's still there. And I could feel this energy just with all kinds of ferocity, just like unleashing all of the insanity and craziness that is still in me for me to see and for me to witness and for me to be like, wow, that's still in me. Okay. And then to just kind of let it run its course and leave. And in this way, I'll be able to be more grounded as more light comes in. Because if we still have a lot of that craziness in us, the light is going to illuminate it. It's going to shine awareness on it. And this got me thinking, if we want to be fearless, then God, if we're asking God to help us to be fearless, to serve Him, then we're going to have to face all of our fears. God is going to serve us by bringing us into a place where we have to confront our fear. And if we want to be joyful, if we're asking God for more joy, then guess what? God is going to bring us all of our grief and sadness. And if we want to be more peaceful and more just loving, then God's going to bring us all the irritation and all the anxiety and angst and dread that's still within us, that's keeping us from being peaceful and loving. So it was a beautiful realization in the middle of this energetic experience that I just realized, yes, this is God helping me to ground by bringing up my craziness so I can see it and then let it go or integrate it, however it resonates for you. And I knew I had to share this with you guys. And something profound has been shifting my inner state, which is earthing or grounding. And all that means is just connecting to the earth with your bare feet. The earth, I've been learning, has this electric charge to it, an electromagnetic field, just like we do. And our cells are conductors, are conducive to energy. So when we're connecting to the earth, it's like this battery pack. It was meant to be this battery pack for humans. We were meant to be connected to this and to like plant into it and recharge every day. And in our common lives, we get so insulated from the earth with our rubber soles, our wooden floors in the houses, that we just we disconnect from it in a literal way. And I've been finding lately, as I've been making more of an effort to just really connect with the earth, that it's been helping me to ground. And I think that's part of the reason that this has been happening is I've been asking for guidance to get more grounded on this path. Because, with all this energy, I have a tendency, and I'm sure you can relate, to kind of get just a little bit ungrounded and a little off center. And that's okay, that's normal, that's a big part of this process. But through asking for guidance to ground so that I can be of more service for the collective, I've been guided to planting my feet on the earth. And this energy the earth offers us, it actually, what science and scientific literature has told us is it absorbs free radicals, which really means it's helping to lower inflammation, and it's helping to get our, it's like something with our bioenergetics. It just really balances us, is the best way I can explain it simply. And this is something that, don't take my word for it, definitely try this for yourself to see if it resonates with you. Because grounding is such a vital part to this process of integrating all the light and all the grace that is flooding into us as we awaken. So that is my sharing for today. I hope that it is helpful. Thank you all for helping this channel grow. Thank you for connecting with me and sharing with me through your amazing comments. I learn a lot through when you guys share. It really helps me, and I think everyone else who reads them. And I just want to say that I appreciate and I love you all so much. I will see you in the next video. Namaste.